Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of Doki Doki Blue Skies. So I'm doing the poems, and what I'm gonna do is, I'm not just gonna pick words that my favorite character would pick, obviously, because it's obviously Natsuki. I'm gonna pick whatever words I like best, which fit my personality. I wanna see 3 years later, well, technically 2, if I would still get Natsuki with words I pick, even though I'm pretty much still the same. But let's see if there's a difference. Though, technically when I did it the first time I got Yuri, but we'll see if that changes. Oh, then again, with how depressed I've been, if I'm trying to pick words I relate to the most, I'll get Yuri if I keep doing. Oh no. Yeah, personality-wise, I actually am closer to Yuri. Crap. Especially now. But let's see. Incapable. That's me. Tears. I don't cry much. Nightgown. Poof. No. Heart. I needed to be happy. And yeah, heart. You know what? I wear headphones. I'm wearing headphones. Hey, Natsuki. Ocean fantasy. I like fantasy. Oh, that was Natsuki. Cute. Cute. I don't care what else there is. Cute is always what I like. Lazy. That's me. Happiness. Yeah, what? I'm recording this after the other videos. Busy doing nothing. Yeah, I'm lazy. Yuri. I had a feeling I would get Yuri for that one. Disaster. No, laugh. I like laugh. Laugh! That was perfect. Laugh. I can't not do that. Super Mario Sunshine. But... Okay, now bubbles! I'm trying to keep count. I'm pretty sure I have 4 for both of them now. Vanilla, sensation, bouncy, happy sensation, vanilla, nibble, like a lollipop, kitty, don't care what else there is, I'm definitely picking kitty, games, I'm surprised that's her, ribbon. I wonder who that's gonna be for. Desire. Lily. I like lilies. Oh fuck, what did I just pick? Oh well, it was Yuri. Memories. I'm stuck in the past. Because the past is better. Well, of course that's Yuri. Marshmallow. Kinda like Crush. Marshmallow. Natsuki. Pretty sure I pretty much picked more than Natsuki. Fluffy! It's so fluffy I'm gonna die! Bunny... Melody... Shoddy, just like a melody and my anxiety. Chocolate! Which I can't have anymore! Oh, depressing, that's depressing. Well, there's actually not a depressing word, except for death. I love music. Toss-up. It could be Yuri or Natsuki, but I'm pretty sure it's Natsuki. Red, fancy meeting you here. Yeah, what a coincidence, huh? We're at the club. Seriously speaking, though, I'm happy to see you back here. I would have been disappointed if you ran away on us. Hey, I enjoyed myself last time, so why wouldn't I come back? True enough. Feel free to make yourself at home before we start on our club activities. Thanks, will do. Why did they change her model? She normally would be like this, but now she's just like... Well, I'm back at the lit club. Zero and I were the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh, Red, I'm glad to see you here again. Who knew that something so simple would warrant so much thanks? First Monica and now Yuri? I know that it may be overwhelming to be thrown into a new hobby so suddenly, much less an organization centered around that hobby, so don't hesitate to let me know if you need any help. Or any of the club member, for that matter. It doesn't have to be me. That's to say, feel free to ask any one of us for assistance. Alright, thanks. I'll keep that in mind. Don't worry though, it's not like I've never read anything before. I even remember to write a poem for today, if you'll believe it. We'll believe it when we see it. Hey, it's not like I need to have a university degree to write a poem. It was just like another school assignment. Although it might be a little too new for me, it's not that hard. I'm pretty sure literally I could write a poem if I wanted. It's not that hard to write a bad poem, you mean? She's got me there. You're right. That's why I never said I wrote a good poem. Natsuki smiles at me, seemingly pleased that I'm not offended by her teasing. Yeah. Well, good is often subjective when it comes to subjects like these. I'm sure you'll do fine, Red. Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. Try not to overhype my work, though. Yeah, Yuri, if you keep your expectations low, you'll never be disappointed. Well, that's depressing, Natsuki. True. Besides, I bet this is the first extracurricular Red's done since high school started. You right. So extra work is probably really forward for him. Again, she's not wrong. She didn't have to say it like that. You don't have to say it just because it's true. Natsuki, you're being unfairly harsh. Red, what would you say your main hobbies are? Oh, am I gonna actually get to choose? Wow, she's really putting me on the spot here. I know I'm playing into your teasing right now, but yes, I spend a lot of my time playing games and watching anime. And that's all you need to know. That's a bit rich, coming from someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. What? Natsuki splutters to a halt. Looks like someone knows how to dish it out, but can't take it. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops right back into her seat. Everybody do is a plop. Don't worry, guys. Red always gives it the best as long as he's having fun. He's always been there for me when I need it, when we were kids, blah blah blah, yeah. Why is all Yuri's line all the same thing, but Natsuki's is different? Not that I mind. You don't want him to feel left out? What's that supposed to mean? I like that there's interactions with... Yeah. Yep, that's... Are you trying to say he doesn't like my books or something? Because that's not true. He freaking loves manga, just like me, right, Red? It looks like another Yuri Natsuki argument is cropping up again. I glance over it. Yeah, I was thinking when I first played this that there's a lot of things Natsuki would probably disagree with of Yuri saying, or vice versa. I glance over Yuri to find a variety of different emotions running over her face. She seems conflicted between standing up for herself and backing down to keep the peace. After B, she opens her mouth to speak. Her resolve strengthened. Oh no. Natsuki, that's not what I meant to say at all. I was simply referring to the fact that Red may not have much of a literature collection himself. I didn't get to finish reading that. My finger accidentally pressed it too early. Meow again, I dare you. I don't think so. Giving him a book in a totally different genre would benefit him in broadening his knowledge of the literature. Yuri suddenly appears to notice that all eyes are on her. Ooh, I apologize if I worded that harshly. Nah, you're fine. Yuri, while I do love manga, I think that it'll do me well to read different things too, once in a while, I suppose. Seemingly to sense that she can't win the argument, Natsuki almost visibly backs down. Her outspoken nature really does make up for her physically small stature. True. Whatever. Natsuki. Guys, it's just a fighting. Everyone has their own super good taste in literature, so we shouldn't keep arguing over it. I'm sure that I'll enjoy everyone's recommendations equally as much. After all, you guys are smart and definitely more experienced in literature than me. I'm just gonna say that I wasn't trying to attack you or whatever. It's just that there are a lot of people who judge manga without even trying to read it themselves. So yeah, true. Says me, I'm actually one of those. Well, not really, but I don't read manga. And I don't think it's any different from normal reading. I won't read either way, so haha. Manga is literature, in the sense that I won't read it either. I guess that's the closest we'll get to an apology from Natsuki. True. And with that, the tension in the room slowly dissipates. It feels as if everyone, though, was holding in their breath until now. Yuri quickly hands me the copy of the book she's reading. Why? Well, thanks, Yuri. Come on, I got Natsuki. You're supposed to give me the Natsuki scene right now. You're welcome. You should read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. I wonder if the CGIs will be different this time. They should, because it's a mod. It's supposed to be different. But I won't mind. because the other mod didn't change it. After a brief pause, the girls move on to do other things. Man, I seem to be the harbinger of awkwardness when it comes to Natsuki and Yuri. Now, as everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to cover the schedule's activities for the club, but it seems that's not gonna ever happen, is it? Is it? Yeah, I thought so. Looks like I won't just be able to immediately get over it. What are the others doing right now? Sorry, Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner, probably discussing club members, giving that to the president and vice president. As expected, I'm turning off the fan, and Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her tense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rubbing around his closet, and a few huffs of noise sound from her direction every once in a while. And of course, I go to Natsuki. Hey, Natsuki. Oh, nostalgia. Yeah, I finished this Let's Play soon before everything went bad. Oh. I hear a sigh from the closet, presumably Natsuki. Sounds like she's annoyed by something. Please change the scene and don't let it be the same as before, otherwise I'm just gonna skip it. I don't care if it's Natsuki. I approach her, curious. Hey, something wrong? Freaking Monica! She moved my stuff again. Well, so far it's starting off the same. Do you have my manga? Oh yeah, here, let me get it. I quickly retrieved the book Natsuki lent me yesterday and handed it to her. She examines the cover and the pages, looking for any sort of damage. I'm gonna take care of it, Natsuki. After finding nothing, she slides the novel right to a trifle place into one of the boxes. Told you I'd take care of my manga. I feel like I wasn't supposed to get the manga until this day. Oh well. Yeah, don't let it get to your head. You still need to pass the quiz before you could start the next one. You were serious? What, you thought I was joking? Ha! Here at the Literature Club, we take reading very seriously. Super serial. Now sit down and get ready. Alright, I'm guessing they're not actually going to quiz me because I didn't actually get to read it, but... I sit down at a desk while Natsuki sits parallel from me. Instead of sitting next to me like in the original. Alright, first question. Well, that would be natural. Quizzing me, you'd be like this. Which girl ends up falling down the stairs? Are you actually going to make me choose, or is Red going to answer? Or is it going to give me options? Which girl ends up falling down the stairs in Chapter 7? I didn't really get that far. Especially if that comes over Natsuki's face. Honestly scares me. It's like, What? How did you not finish? The first volume is like the shortest out of all of them. I'm sorry. I was working on my poem for most of the night, so I didn't have time to read it all. Natsuki's expression changes from that of anger to disbelief. Your poem? Yeah, I, put some effort into it. Natsuki's eyeballed me suspiciously before sighing. Fine, I guess we can read it here. But your poem better be really good. Yeah. Oh, it will be. You'll like it, I'm sure. I have little experience with writing a journal, much less poems, so I fear that Natsuki will only get angry with me once she sees my lackluster writing abilities. Though, that's a problem we'll deal with later, but I'm sure she's gonna like it. Right now, we have to finish Volume 1 of Parfait Girls. Natsuki heads to the closet to retrieve the novel once again. Don't I have it? She comes back, manga in hand, and points to the floor. Sit. Your spot, my spot, we're gonna sit here. Move. Now. Down. Why? Because it's a lot easier than trying to read in chairs. That doesn't make any sense, but you know what? You're right, I agree. Just do it, okay? You don't need to argue over a little thing. Yeah, exactly. That's what I wouldn't argue. I would just be like, okay, I'll do what you ask. I don't argue against it. Like, I don't, like, yeah. I stopped myself short when I realized I'm just getting on Natsuki's nerves. If possible, I'd like to try and avoid making her angry. Though sometimes I'd be like, wouldn't this make more sense? But most of the time, I'm just like going with the flow kind of person. If possible, I'd like to try and avoid making her angry. Exactly. I mean, alright. He's just so cute. I sit down next to Natsuki while she hands me the novel. Flip open the part where I left off, but Natsuki speaks up before I can begin. You only got that far? Well, I may have watched some anime last night, too. Natsuki for her eyebrows at me. I quickly start reading as to avoid another scolding. I'm reading now, okay? Still. Does this have, like, an overarching plot or something? Of course it does, dummy. What, you think I don't have good taste? I have standards, you know. Hey, I never said I didn't think you had good taste. It's just nothing has really happened yet. It's just one-off side stories so far. Well, that just helped to get you to know the characters. Like the chapter where they're all shopping at the mall. It gives you a better idea of what each girl's like and don't like. Kind of like the first episode. There is an overarching plot, but the first volume is like more of an introduction to the characters. Kind of like Nekopara. Which is the only chapter that I've actually read, because I stopped liking it. Well, I mean, then again, it wasn't exactly... There was a prologue in that. Whatever. Then again, first chapter, whatever. I've read the entire series, so I do know what happens. Alright, guess I'll take your word on it. You sure do like the series, don't you? Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I can see why. It does have a lot of baking in it. Not that... It does, yeah. Coincidence? Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't start baking just because of this manga. Don't worry, I believe you. Not. Red, you're mean. I believe it. Like I said, at least explained Natsuki's interest in baking. She is really good at it, though. So it's not like that's a bad thing. I continue reading for a while before I reach the end of the novel. As I close the book, Natsuki snatches it from my hands and heads for the closet. Well, we're done. She places the novel in its rightful spot and digs around for the second volume. So, did you enjoy it? Yeah, you're gonna quiz me on me now? Because I did. It's a bit slow right now, but if what you say is true, it'll start getting good in the second volume. That's how I felt about Fairy Tail. At first, I was like, but then I got used to it. Especially with the way he's intro. It's like, hey guys, welcome to more Fairy Tail. Shut the fuck up. Speaking of which, Natsuki proudly holds up the second volume. I'm glad that they stopped that, though. Later in the Fairy Tail. Let's get this started. Wait, already? Alright, everyone. It's time to share poems. See, there's the thing. If that is a good time, I mean, I don't know what is. Hey, shut up. I was ready to start to the second one. Seriously, Monica? We were just getting to the second one. Well, you can always read it tomorrow, can't you? Fine. Natsuki defeated puts her manga back in the closet and retrieves her poem. I grabbed mine from my bag as well. By the way, you did remember to write a poem, right? Psh, don't worry, I'm not that much of a slacker. I've got it right here in my bag. I ruffled through some stray papers, trying to... Where is it? Okay, it's in here somewhere, and pull out the page I wrote my poem on. While I can't help but feel a little nervous, I have to admit, I'm excited now. To see what their opinions are this time. Talking to these girls really has calmed my nerves, and now I'm just eager to share my poem. These girls. As in, I've only talked to one. After all, judging by each girl's personality, I thought that anyone would say anything nasty about it. Yeah, I really... Well, Natsuki, I don't know if she'd be unduly harsh, though. She seems like the type of person who enjoys ribbing on her friends. Either way, like in a joking way, I hope they realize that I put hard work into it. I figured it'd only be fair to repay their warm welcome by showing effort in club activities. Now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait! Yuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems, while Yuri's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a neat black composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine hand. Yeah, blah blah blah. They comply as well, very reluctantly. Who should I have shown my poem to first? We'll save the best for last, and... Last episode might be pretty long, so should I stop already? No, because there'll be a lot of cutting. No. I'll start with... I'll go from least favorite and save the best for last. Sorry. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. To be fair, the reason she's my least favorite is because two positives make a negative. Or two negatives make a positive. I'm just as anxious as her, so that would... Yeah, I like opposites of me. Can't have two very depressed people. That was me that did that. I could trust her opinion to be fair and totally not biased. Especially... Yuri stares at the poem, but... Is everything okay? Oh goodness, sorry. I totally forgot I was supposed to be talking right now. I understand. Take your time. I like how the text is different, but I'm still saying what she first said. Okay, I think I know what I want to say. Do you have any prior writing experience? To be honest, not really. Is it that obvious? I guess, blah blah blah, same thing as before. Poetic structures and techniques, a bit more. You'll be able to put together a truly wonderful composition. I appreciate the feedback. It feels like you're well versed in the sort of thing, and it's totally because you don't like it. Would it be okay if I take a look at what you've written? Oh goodness, of course. Please let me know what you think. I'd be thrilled to explain my process. She's dreaming. Of course it's a rare opportunity. It's the first time we're doing it. After all, let's see. It's different. Tumble. Hail falls like a discarded dust of overused emotions, dragging down blankets made of want. Want? Slender string pierces my eyelids, barely painful, and pulls them shut. Even so heavy, ever so heavy. I think I've misplaced something. Is there a piece missing? You need all the pieces to fly something. Please don't look for it. There are more important things for you to do today. Sorry, I don't get it. I don't get it, Yuri. I'm sorry my writing's a bit illegible. Once my pen touches the page, I just want to get my thoughts down. It's fine, Yuri. My handwriting's not that good either, so I can't judge. But I was able to read it alright. I wasn't thinking like that at all. I surely didn't missay things because I couldn't read what it was saying. I wasn't thinking that at all. Are you sure? It seemed to take you a while to read it. It'd be funny if she said different if I read it real fast. But no, it's just I don't read cursive often, so yeah, I had a little bit of trouble. But it's really nice when I do. Your writing's actually quite pretty. Good looking. Is that so? I'm glad you think so. I said your writing, not you. But it made your poem stand out even more as well, even though I haven't seen others yet. Was it too short, was it? Maybe a little bit, but I'm used to writing longer pieces, but this is the first time we're sharing. I thought it'd be easier to share. That makes sense. A little too short. Didn't get it. But do you mind telling me what it's about, though? I don't understand. So, sorry, I didn't mean to write something confusing. Well, it's not that. I just want to be sure I'm reading it properly. I see. I suppose from a cursory glance, it might not be obvious. But part of what makes poetry natural is how you conjure up a vivid image with your words. Yeah, vivid, I get it. Is a Windows sound effect of it not working. While on the surface it might seem a bit out there, if you look a little deeper, you might find it a deeper meaning hidden among the lines, compounded by the metaphors used. Yeah, I don't get it. For example, the words and images in this poem aren't meant to be taken at face value. Blah blah blah, something, everything you've already said. And that's over. Next, we'll go with my second least favorite. Hi, Red. What did you just call me? I mean, hope you've been enjoying your time here. Yeah, definitely. I probably sound like a broken record by now, but everyone's been really welcoming. Well, broken record isn't so bad when it plays something so nice over and over again, if you know what I mean. I guess so. Anyway, since you're new and everything, feel free to bring up any questions or concerns I might have. I'm always there. It's my duty as president to make sure everything is perfect, even if I can't control it. I'd have to say that you've been a really good dude, doing a good job of that already. I doubt I'll ever have anything to complain about. Either way, I'm always open to new suggestions for the club as well. So don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. She says that, but she's gonna be a bit intimidating to try to criticize Monica of all people. Yeah. Definitely, more so than you think, Red. I really don't think there's going to be anything I'll need to speak up about either. The other girls probably say something before I ever needed to. Natsuki definitely would. Now that that's out of the way, feel like sharing your poem with me? See, now that's a normal Monica pose. I mean, I don't have really a choice in the matter, do I? No. You shouldn't be thinking like that. Yeah, I was just joking. Kinda. It's alright, Red. Yeah. I get that it's probably awkward for you to share creative work when you're really just a beginner. Especially since the rest of us have a bit more experience than you do. That's an understatement. Also, You didn't have to say it. I already know. Don't worry, though. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? I don't think many people out there share their poetry on a regular basis. Unless they're really popular. But it's the sort of thing you get used to. Yeah, that's true. You're right. I'm a poem over. Don't grade me too harshly. You'll be fine. Watch nervousness quickly guides to my poem. Mm-hmm. Yep, it's a nice poem. Who did you base this for? I think I already know. Huh, you think? Mm-hmm. It's really cute, just like Natsuki's. It's a lot cuter than I thought. Is that bad? No, of course not. It's just something that I thought Natsuki would write, for instance. She's a good writer, she should take that as a compliment. I see. I know, I agree. I don't know, I guess I was in sort of a cutesy mode or something. Maybe it was that manga I was reading. So you do have a cute side as well? Well, I'm not cute. I'm... it says that word. That's not what I was trying to say. I meant I was thinking about more cheery stuff. Or something. I get it. Though I'm not surprised. With those ears, of course. But still, have you ever read anything by Shel Silverstein? Sounds familiar. Anyway, when you talk to everyone about it, naturally they'll be a bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. After all, I know I am. But don't force yourself to write some way just because someone else wants you to. You should try to focus on what you want to do. Exactly, that's why I based my poem on words that I like. I like cute things. It's not just because I'm Natsuki. Because I also picked happy things like Yuri. That's why I nearly almost got her. Feel free to ask me for help anytime, though. I try to be as objective as possible when I talk about these topics. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. So I'm pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, it's because I have to. I'm the president, you know. Yeah, always on duty as president. Let's get reading then. The box. I see, but I don't believe. A lone fingerprint glistening on gleaming glass. Was it me? Was I always the one in the dark? I pound on the glass. My prison. Well, I wonder what that's supposed to mean. Why? Why me? The pain jolts me back. The understanding pouring down like heavy rain. It's all a farce. My heart's on display. My life's but a script just playing away. The world out there, it seemed so bright. It was so free. So many choices. So much potential. Maybe I could have had a chance. I realize now there was really never a choice. I was stuck in this box, and they, on the other side, chose for me. Wow, Monica, I wonder what that means. That one's obvious. So, what do you think? I don't know how quite to say it. Sorry, Red's not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. I definitely get a certain kind of feeling from reading your poem, but I'm not sure how to put it to words. I can understand that, breaking the fourth wall probably. Just try to articulate however you want. You can use metaphors outside of poetry, you know? Well, when you put it like that, I don't know, I'd say the poem is kind of abstract. Very vague, at least. Vague. Like, I can't tell exactly what you're talking about, but even so, I can feel what the speaker's feeling. I know exactly what she's talking about. Yeah, I think that describes my poem pretty well. Every time I say P, it like messes with the mic. The P sounds like really loud for some reason. Really? I do like my metaphors. More like fourth wall breaking, but... Well, you'd be so hard pressed to find a poem without a metaphor, actually. Yeah, they're pretty well covered in English class, at least. Yeah. I find that really powerful. When you write metaphorically, it allows the reader to focus on the emotions in the poem. Yeah, true. Exactly. It's fascinating when people can diverge, whatever. Yeah. What was your original intent then? He never asked about it before. I think it'd be more fun to try to figure out yourself. That just makes me more curious now. Maybe I'll tell you one day. But for now, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you write a poem, or anything for that matter, you get too fixated on speed. Yep, whatever you just said. As you said before. I know what a poem means. that's my advice for today. Whatever she just said, probably the same thing she said before, hopefully, and I did skip over something new. Oh well, I'll see it when I edit. See Yuri. By the way, if I had gotten Sayori, I would have picked her last, since she's the one I would base it on who yeah. You said this is your first poem, right? Yeah, why? It impressed me, especially for your first poem. Maybe this really is the place for you. Oh, come on, it's not that good. You're being biased now. I mean, it's not like I'm not used to writing poems or anything, Baka, but thanks, I guess. Don't be so hard on yourself, Red. Everyone has to start from somewhere. You're already off to a good start. Anyway, I guess I can show you mine now. Don't expect too much, though. I'm not very good at this. I'll see her. Your only opinion of mine was, it's good, I like it. You're really good for the first time. Didn't really give much input other than that, but yeah. Don't expect too much, though. I'm not very good at this. I like how the ones that aren't confident in their writing, the ones that were confident in sharing poems aren't that confident in their poems. But I guess that goes for all of us here. Just some of them are open to. Yeah, only one way to find out. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kiss my forehead to help me out of bed, make me rub the sleep from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out to play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Is this exactly the same as before? It feels like the top of it is a little bit different, but the rest seems the same. But it's still fitting for this mod, considering the title and everything that's happened. So it's still fitting for, but the others I can understand if that's different. Well, what do you think? I hesitate as I answer. It's not that I was a bad poem. In fact, it was great. I'm just really inspired with poetry, especially feedback. It's really you, and I can easily tell what it's about. What's that supposed to mean? That derpy face, yes. Not derp, this derp. As in, the poem just really reminds me of you. You made me feel really good inside. Really? Yeah, I had no idea what to expect, as this is my first time reading your poetry in this timeline. But the way this was written, I don't know, it feels really wholesome and cheery, like you are. She's like, I also really liked the last line. Trust you of all people to include breakfast in the poems. Hey, I was eating when I wrote. Siri stops immediately speaking as if she let something slip. Oh, so you wrote this poem this morning? No. Well, maybe. I forgot to write it last night. Well, at least we know where your inspiration comes from. Eggs and toast. Well, I suppose it sounds silly. It works. Then it isn't silly. But if it works. That's what I thought. Either way, thanks for showing me your poem, Sierra. I didn't mean to actually skip that. Oh well. It was really good. I might have already read it. I don't know. I'm happy you think so. Anyways, next time I won't forget. Tomorrow's poem will be even better. I'll hold you to that. Natsuki. Jeez, I wonder who... Earth and Natsuki? What? Hey, don't make it seem like I'm spacing out. I'm reading. Just... Okay, let's start with what I don't like. First of all, looks the poem again. I didn't even read that. I just know. Actually, never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. I'm not supposed to give my opinion, but then what's the point of sharing it all? Don't literature clubs share constructive criticism or something? No, it's just, I don't have any to share. Natsuki fails to come with a backup with a follow-up. She's obviously uncomfortable about something. But from what I've seen, it's certainly not giving out criticism. Hey, this is my first time sharing my poems, too. It's a bit comforting for all of us, but yeah, we should still try and help each other. It's not that. I'd feel more comfortable if your poem was really bad, so I could be like, ha, mine's not that bad, but here's what a real poet looks like. But, oh, I understand what she means now. She's uncomfortable because she liked my poem and doesn't know how to compliment me. Aw, I get what you mean. Natsuki looks relieved at my statement. Can I see your poem now? I was surprised she looked relieved at that and not be like, No, it's not like that. Baka. She's actually really nice. Fine. Only because Monica's make me either way. Funny. Before I read that, I was getting ready to say only because I have to anyway. Because I know this game so well. Sometimes, some folks are winners, some only lose. Some are go-getters, some only cruise. Sometimes we try hard and give it our all. Sometimes we give up. Sometimes we give up. What else can we do? Oh, that's sad and relatable. That's not what I would call cute. Told you you'd hate it. Actually, I like it. But don't just say it's good because I'm a girl. Be honest. What? No, it has nothing to do with you being a girl. I genuinely like the poem. Really? Yeah, it's simple, but pretty effective. Finally, someone who gets it. Exactly. People in high school think poetry has to be so formal and vague. But they don't realize that simple writing is just as effective, if not more. The reader shouldn't have to search for the meaning. That's just stupid. Besides, the simpler the writing, the more emphasis on wordplay. Like how I made the post of the line start with some. Yeah, I noticed that. I know, like somebody. That's why that's a good song. I noticed that. Made the last couplet seem more powerful. Yes, that's exactly what I was going for. Well, good job then. Didn't expect that from the youngest of the club, did ya? The youngest of the club. Yeah, guess not. Did she normally say youngest of the club? I don't know. Phew. I guess that's everyone. Man, is it hot in here? Or is it just me being so good at attracting these girls? No. Glance around the room. It was surprisingly fun, although a bit stressful. I already knew that I wouldn't be able to write to the quality of the girls, but I tried my best. Everyone here is incredibly talented, except for me. Well, all the girls at least. Across from Yuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki, who are sharing theirs. As I watch, let's see, is this going to be different? Here, I'm done. Already? Yeah, it sounded like it was super hard to read. I'm not literate, you know. Huh. It was hard for me to understand, at least. I just want to make sure you caught all the figurative language that I employed. Yeah, I did. It was fancy. Ah, thanks. However, I believe you'd enjoy it more if you looked deeper into it. I enjoyed it plenty already. Anyway, you finished with my poem then? Yes, yours is... Don't say that, Yuri. Cute. Cute? Didn't you learn anything from our conversation yesterday? I'm not cute. Yuri looked shocked, regret seeping into her expression. Seems like both girls still hold to their own prejudices, despite whatever common ground they have. How can it be cute? It's depressing. It's sad. You're standing there thinking that you haven't read your poem when it's clearly really you who hasn't read my poem. It's clearly about the push and pull between giving up and trying hard. Me. I tried so hard and then ended up getting acid reflux. And now I feel like giving up. Please don't let me die. I know that. I just meant the wording and language, I guess. Well, maybe you should look deeper into my poem. Because I use that type of language on purpose. I see. But if I may give a suggestion, these more involved subject matters may be suited to more complex diction. The art of poetry is deeply intertwined with... Look, I know what you're trying to do, but... My recording right now, but it won't work on me. I'm sorry, but I don't quite understand. Writing in this way doesn't make you look cool or smart, okay? And my face cam's back. I continue talking anyway. It just makes you look super pretentious, with your big words and stuff. If you write with a thesaurus next to you open, you're just gonna alienate everyone. Using all these big words to make up for a lack of depth. Poetry isn't about impressing people. So you can just stop. Wow, holy crap. I like the arguments, the wording's different, I like it. I stared wide-eyed at Monica and Yuri, who have also now fallen silent. They stare back at me, looking unsure of what to do. I'm guessing that they don't usually have many arguments in the club. Oh man, things got quiet, although tensions in Natsuki and Yuri's already seem kind of high. Lack of depth? Yeah, that's right. So if I can give some suggestions now... Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I really must ask. Oh god, here's that music. What makes you believe that I'll accept your advice after you've been so rude to me? Huh, rude? That was just blunt honesty. Do you ever consider that other people don't hold the same opinions as you? What are you trying to say? Do I really need to spell it out for you? Yeah, you do. I want to see if you're really going there. The irony. Damn. I dare you to say it. Yuri gives a small laugh of disbelief. I must thank you, Natsuki. I've never been this angry in my life. It's actually given me the courage to speak up. Is this why you're angry all the time? Guys, we shouldn't. This doesn't involve you. I'm not gonna try and say it in both their voices. So is this your moment to shine or something? Good job. Clap, clap. Strange thing to take pride in, don't you think? No, it's my moment to finally speak my mind. Well, I still have the strength to. Yuri... Natsuki, have you ever realized how selfish you are? Suddenly, Yuri seems to overpower everyone else in the room. What? Everything always needs to go your way. You always jump to conclusions and make rash decisions without regard for the consequences. Jeez, I wonder who else does that. And it's never your fault, is it? You don't know me. No, you don't know me either. And yet you spoke as if you know everything about me. Quite simply, you don't. The very fact that you don't think your blunt honesty was incredibly rude just goes to show how narrow-minded you truly are. You know, Yuri, you do the same thing, just saying. Seizing the moment, Yuri boldly carries on, disdain dripping from each word. What word? I know it must be a difficult concept for you to understand, but the whole world doesn't revolve around you and your manga. So tell me why I should take advice from someone who can only see it their own perspective. Everyone knows it. They know it, you know it, we all know it. Monica Sayori, even Red, everyone knows it. Okay, Trump. Don't you remember how hostile you were to Red when he first joined us? I wasn't being hostile. We haven't had a new member in a long time. I was just nervous. Sorry for not sorry for keeping on my toes. And that's how I talk to everyone, not just to Red. Am I supposed to change my whole personality to cater how you think I should be? Yeah, damn. If Red was a problem with my jokes, he could tell me, just like you don't get to speak for him. Yuri closes her eyes and shakes her head, carrying on as if she didn't hear the outburst. Do you really expect a new member to be able to speak up so easily? Not everyone is as unafraid of being a Brutus Creighton as you. But the rest of us were so excited to have a new member, but did that thought ever cross your mind? No, you just let your own selfish thoughts dictate your behavior. Selfish? They weren't You could have scared them off. That might have been what you wanted, but what about the rest of us? I just explained myself for God's sake, but as per usual, you aren't listening. You know, for someone who's been ranting about how narrow-minded I am, you're pretty intolerant yourself. Got him. There, I used the big word. Do I sound like Shakespeare to you? Am I worthy of your attention now? I love this. Ouch, both girls throwing their claws out. Meow. Also, Monica Shiori didn't have any issues with me yesterday. It's just you. Of course they did, Natsuki. They just didn't say anything. Monica is too responsible, and Shiori is too kind. So why don't we ask Red then, as the more unbiased spectator? Fine. What makes you think I'm gonna be the unbiased one? Red, who's right, me or Yuri? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? I don't even know what they want me to decide on at this point. Should I just ignore all the personal stuff and just talk about their poetry? That's what started the argument after all. It's not like I'm a good judge of writing quality, given that I'm just a beginner. I don't think it would be fair to me to take either side either, especially since I'm new here. Are you gonna let me choose, or are you actually gonna... Maybe I should defer to one of the club's leaders? Wow. Well, it's probably better. That way you don't... Because choosing one side, it would show a little bit of a bias, so... I've always seen what Sayori would say, but I wonder what Monica would say. What is Monica gonna say? honestly don't know what to do in a situation, I quickly glance over to Monica, who should be the real one to deal with the situation because she's president and should be handling a disagreement properly between two groups. Yuri and Natsuki, this is... She clears her throat. Or is this me, or did her confident persona seem to waver a bit? That is, this is no way to act in our club. Monica does seem disoriented. She's probably not used to such confrontation. You kind of set a bad example, but it's probably really uncomfortable. Not to mention that there's really no reason for this argument to be happening. But Monica... No, I can't have this in this club. Are you kidding me? Don't you see how Yuri's treating me? She's being a massive jerk right now. There's so much reason for this argument. Excuse me, Natsuki, but it's actually your own toxic behavior that led to this. Yuri really emphasized that toxic bit. Toxic behavior? What are you talking about? Are you even listening to yourself? This is exactly why no one wants to be your... Enough! Monica seems to have gotten over herself and now looks livid. Damn, Monica looking pissed is... different. You guys are supposed to be friends, aren't you? It's so foolish how you two are acting. Don't you have any consideration for the other club members? You even make it Red uncomfortable. Yuri, didn't you say yourself that you want to make him feel as welcome as possible? What happened to that? I didn't mean to make him feel that way. And don't forget Sayori, who always acts in everyone's best interest, while you two act like this? I wasn't trying to do anything either. I'm just being honest. Yuri's just sensitive. That's what she should have said. Let me finish, Natsuki. I would ask you please consider the way that you are treating one another. You guys are obviously talented with your writing skills, and you both have unique aspects to your writing styles. That's what makes you guys special. To be fair, I'm obviously not good at handling situations like this, but... As the sun paused for a moment, I decided to break the tension. I agree with Monica. Fighting will only cause everyone to split apart, and to be honest, I really like it here, and if I believe there's any resentment held over it, it just won't be the same. Both of us are speechless. Yuri's the first to speak. I'm just going to make some tea. Natsuki makes Helen take the seat, only to stare into nothingness. I slide next to Sayori's DMs. Slide into the DMs. Man, I can see why she's president. Yeah, she is pretty great. Finally did something for once. Even with she doubts herself, I think she handled that pretty well. Monica seems like a genuine, sweet girl. Yeah, genuine, sweet girl. That it doesn't have anything that doesn't do wrong at all. Monica did nothing wrong. Hopefully I'll be able to do something. Alright everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How'd you feel about sharing your poetry? I notice she carefully avoids mentioning the argument that just occurred. It was a lot of fun. Some moments were worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Red, how about you? I actually really enjoyed myself. It seems like I do like expressing myself through poetry, a lot more than I initially thought. Everyone looks attentive at me. It was real cool getting to see everyone's different writing styles. That's awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And hopefully you have learned something else from us too. So your poems will turn out even better. Yeah. I think myself as I begin to pack up. Today I might as well learn a bit more. Yep. Hey, Yuri, let's go home. Sure. See ya. Natsuki smiles so quickly looks if she doesn't care. Yuri awkwardly smiles and nods. As expected from the school idol, Monica gives a friendly good noise back. Yeah. The way she was looking gave me a thump, that kind of. Yuri, about what happened, earlier, what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. I remember you told me yesterday that they sometimes bicker out. Are all their arguments normally that bad? No. I feel guilty as I ask her. I know she doesn't like talking about conflict. There's a slight dip in the cheeriness as her voice as she replies. No, not at all. They have their differences, but it's the first time I've seen them ever fight like that. They're both wonderful people, I promise. You don't hate them or anything, do you? No, not at all. It's just it's normal for people to argue, I guess. I'm just curious, after all. You know them better than I do. Sure, let's have a relief sigh. You know, Red, it's nice seeing you again. I didn't really think we get to spend so much time together with one another again. Yeah, tell me about it. It's been really fun hanging out again and playing this game again. I really don't know when we started drifting, or why. Maybe because the mod I was playing stopped updating, and I already finished the other game, and I didn't care for any other mods. Guess it was just life coming between us. Not to mention acid reflux, making my health issues goes down. She nods, looking a little reflective. Still, I'm glad you told me about your club, and I joined. I'm not going to lie, at first I was a little bit doubtful when you told me about it was about literature. But hey, I guess it goes to show you shouldn't judge a book like its cover, by its cover, like Natsuki said. To gurgles and I frowned. Did I say something funny? You got that one from Natsuki, didn't you? What? No. Alright, she did say that yesterday. It's not like I said it on purpose or anything. Baka. Yuri might be known as a bit of a hairhead, but sometimes you can really notice things that others don't. I wonder what it's really like inside her head. Yeah, I wonder. You haven't changed at all, Red. You always know how to make me laugh. Blush slightly. I've never really known how to react to that compliment, especially when it comes to someone that's a girl. I'm glad to be able to do that still. To be honest though, I didn't think I'd make so many new friends by joining the club. Well, they're really a nice bunch. I'm not surprised. You're a pretty warm welcome, aside from what happened earlier. She nods contentedly. Anyway, let's see what the future holds. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, see you tomorrow. These girls are all interesting characters, aren't they? They have some personalities and a variety of writing styles. If they're all united in the same club, I briefly wonder how Monica found all of them. Yeah, I wonder. In just 2 days, I feel like I made progress with each member. Getting to know Yuri, Natsuki, mostly Natsuki, and actually getting to talk Monica for a little bit. And of course, reuniting with an old friend. I never would have guessed that this would all come from joining the club, but hey, I'm not complaining. Let's just hope my writing improves over time so I can write poems to a standard more like theirs. Edit that out. Speaking of which, there's work to be done tonight. Gotta write a poem. Let's do this. Oh. This is a cool loading screen. I love that. And with that, that's the end of the episode. If you guys enjoyed this episode of Doki Doki Blue Skies and want to see more, hopefully I'll cut this down a bit so it's a shorter episode and not like an hour long, because that's how long I've been recording. Or maybe I'll just split it into 2. But if you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below, let me know you did. And who's your favorite girl? And subscribe for more. See ya.